My afternoon is going great now. Look what we have. Yeah, honey badger don't care. So we've just come along to Buffelshoek Dam, where I believe, I'm not sure whether it's this same one, but we have had this happen twice now, I believe, in the past, that a honey badger has come down to scratch around. I'm sure there's plenty of invertebrates and insects in here for the honey badger to actually collect and forage and eat and hunt. And so let's watch as it does that. I wonder if it's going to... So this is awesome because this would be probably probably about the fourth time I've seen a honey badger out here. One time I was with Seb and we saw 3 honey badgers in about, that was in about 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, that was good, eh, Seb? Yeah.
Oh, a TV show, no?
Yeah, just before, we were right before a TV show. That's right, but we couldn't get to them in time. See, they definitely sniffing about, this one is. And just like a skunk, these guys have a kind of a warning coloration in that black and white. Lorna, this honey badger, I would say, is probably about, what could I compare it to? Perhaps the size of a household cat, except a bit more laterally compressed, but generally probably about a full-grown house cat. Obviously a very different shape, but in terms of size, that is probably about what you're looking at here. Looks like it's taking a drink here. Awesome. This is great. I've never actually got to spend time with a stationary honey badger. Yeah, sure. Let's get more people involved with this. Let's do a little bit of an unscheduled broadcast, open this up to the general public. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Djuma Game Reserve here on the very western outskirts of the Greater Kruger National Park. My name is Patrick. Joining me behind the camera is Sebastian. And if you have any questions or comments throughout this broadcast, you can interact with us as we are 100% live. So what we have unfolding in front of us is a situation I am very excited about. We have a honey badger. So we have come down to check out this dam, and as we can see, it started to dry up quite a bit over the last couple of months. And so this honey badger, I'm not sure if it is this same honey badger, but on a couple of different occasions, a honey badger has been down here. So they are very rare to see here. So to see one in the same spot, coming to the same spot, is actually quite exciting. And to have so many sightings in such a small amount of time is also quite exciting. Now, what it has come down to do is have a bit of a scratch around, I believe, for invertebrates. But for now, it's actually just drinking. It's been drinking pretty much since we got here. It just went to the water's edge, and that's all it has been doing thus far. Unless, of course, there are some sort of insect in the water that we can't see. Daniel, they feed on a whole variety of organisms. So they are a mammal, a carnivorous mammal, meaning that they do eat meat. And what they will generally prey on is kind of invertebrates, but also small reptiles like snakes. Well, not even sometimes small reptiles, even sometimes full-grown reptiles like lizards and snakes. And, well, even eggs of some animals, and whatever they can get their little paws on. We'll see them scratching around quite a bit for scorpions as well. They will eat scorpions and a whole array of other invertebrates. So we do quite often see large pits that have been dug, especially if there is a scorpion burrow. The honey badger will scratch it up. It looks like this one didn't come down to find food this time. It looks like it just came down for a drink. You see that head though, always moving. Honey badgers generally actually are also always moving. Mario, they aren't completely immune to venom, but venom doesn't seem to have as much as an effect on them as other animals. I'm sure some people have seen that YouTube video where one gets bitten by a snake and then looks as if it almost has died, and then out of nowhere it just comes back. So they are very resistant. They're quite tough as well. Their skin is kind of very hard to grip and claw. And yeah, so they're quite a tough little animal for the size that they are. And they're quite adept at hunting as well as also defending themselves. But it looks like we have lost this one behind the bushes, but what a very, very lovely thing to see it this afternoon. Thank you all very much for joining. If you do want to see more, you can go onto YouTube, type in Safari Live, and we will see you there right after this. If not, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.